Good morning. Good morning. It's Wednesday. Welcome to Stampin' All Day with Bev. I'm trying to see right now if I'm going to be able to see my comments today. I don't know yet, but hopefully I will. So anyway, if you could have seen me earlier, time change. How does a time change affect you? How does it affect you? It affects, I sleep longer. I don't have time for that because it's darker longer. And then I sit and have my coffee, which is my normal routine. And this morning I looked up and I'm just piddling around, relaxing, doing my thing. Cause usually I used to get up at 6, now it's 7. And hey, I see Roz. Okay, I see one person. Hi. Hopefully I can keep seeing all of you. And it's 8:25. My lives are at 9:30. Really? No shower, not dressed. So, have you ever seen a chicken with its head cut off running around? I haven't, but I can imagine that that's what I look like. My husband is, he went to work out. So, well, I forgot to say, before that, I walk into my dining room where I have all my thrifted finds that I'm going to show on Friday, just admiring and looking around and playing with this and playing with that. And that's what I looked up and saw it was 8:25. And so, ran upstairs, got dressed. Oh my gosh, crazy, 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 right? Didn't know what I was going to wear. I have a customer friend, that's coming over. Hi, Melody. At 11 o'clock to pick up one of her thrifted buys. And, so I wanted to be dressed and I wanted to be on camera with you guys. And I didn't want to have to if I ever just have the camera straight down, that means I'm in my PJs with no makeup and all that. Give my little secrets away, right? Hi, everybody. Hi. I see the comments are on. Okay. Maybe I figured out how to do it. Sounds like it. Okay. So, anyway, I'm excited for today because I have some new product to share with you. They're online exclusives. I'm loving them. And I have a few new things because my manager purchased me a bundle for my 30 years, which is tomorrow. And so anyway, lots to, I have a fun fold for you. And this weekend, I had a mini vacation. My girlfriend Kathy picked me up on Friday, and she came all the way from her town to my town, and then we went to my girlfriend's city of Seaside over at the ocean by Carmel, Monterey, Seaside, those places, just gorgeous. If you're from California, you know them. One of my best friends, Debbie, that's her favorite place on earth. And so I went there, and it was just so nice to relax. Jonelle and her husband, Charlie, along with Kathy. Kathy was a guest like I was. They were just charming. They cooked for us, made us coffees. We sat around and talked. We laughed. We cried. We shared. We stamped. We played games, and the games are hilarious. And Charlie and Kathy both said that they saw another side of my personality, which I don't know if that's good or bad. But we had a great time. And we went to her church on Sunday, which was gorgeous. I loved her pastor, Jennifer. I loved the message. I loved the church, just everything about it. And I got to meet new people there. And so it was fun. And guess what? I'm standing in the courtyard of her church, and a lady recognized me. She watches Stampin' All Day with Bev from Carmel. Ingrid, she's ordered for me once or twice before. So I was so excited to meet her in person. It was awesome. So now it's 9:30. I'm talking your ears off. It's 9:30. So let's get stamping. Welcome everybody that's here. Okay. I'm going to take one drink of my coffee and set it down so I don't have a frog in my throat. Hopefully. So let's see. I'm rusty. I gotta turn my camera around. And I see more people here. Tell me hi. Hi, Karen. Okay, there we go. Sprinkle if you will. That is how I can grow. If you tell your friends about me, whatever it is you want to say, I have a crafty friend who is live Wednesdays at 9:30 a.m. I have a friend that is live on Sundays at 7. She also has a YouTube channel. She teaches us crafting with ink, stamps, and paper. Whatever you want to tell them, please share my channels with them. All righty. Then here is my name for those of you who might be in the background, not saying anything and you're new. We would like to know who you are and welcome you. But in the meantime, my name is Beverlee Morales and I live in Tracy, California. Until April 15th, we still have a host code. So here is my host code for March. If you place an order with me under $150, you can add this code to your order, and Stampin' Up! Will reward me with some free merchandise. They add up all the host codes for the whole month, and then depending on what that adds up to, I might earn some things. So I appreciate that. If you forget, don't worry, don't freak out. I can still add it later. Where can you shop with me, you ask? At beverleystamps.stampinup.net. And my YouTube channel is my name, and this is my email. If you need to talk to me about anything, please feel free to send me an email. If you win a card, then I will need you to send me an email with your address. All right. That is my little housekeeping. And now I'm going to just share the card with you right off the bat. What do you think? This is a 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 size square card that is closed with ribbon. This is our basic beige ribbon. Let me show you that right now. Basic beige, and there is its code number if you want to order it. Hold it there for a second so you can see. And look at this. Look at the ribbon. I'm going to finish untying that. But look at the detail in this. Oh, thank you for all the hearts. Thank you. Look at the basket weave. This is new designer series paper. Textured paper. It's so beautiful. Look at the stamped basket that you can, basket weave image, I should have said, that you can punch out with a 1 3/4 inch circle punch. This one's retired, but I'm sure you have one or a die that size. Look at the rectangle die. It's from a new die set called Tags to Go dies. I think that's it, but I'll show you that in a minute. But these keys, literally, key to my heart. Hi, Vicki. Welcome. Keys to my heart. Look at the lock. Look at the different size keys. Do you see that little guy right there? Let me take your pick tool. Little guy right there. A larger one. A lock with a keyhole. Hi, Shelly. And a larger key. With the punch I've been using, some sprigs here, and then some little gold foil added to there, and some stamping with garden green ink. Now, these little gold foils, they're nothing that's available right now as far as I'm aware. If you're new here, I like to show my customers how to use and remind them of the things they already have that they've purchased from me in the past. So those little gold leaves just help fill this little pocket that's on here. But I'll show you what they are. I don't remember their name, but they're sheets of gold punch outs like this. And there's tissue between them. So see these? If you have these, that's what that is. Okay. And then I untied the bow, and we're going to open this card up. And I need to put one more square of cardstock right here. I didn't finish the inside. Well, actually, I didn't finish the inside at all. But let me show you how it's supposed to go. On the run, girl. I was on the run. Guilty as can be. I was on vacation. So that's why I didn't finish the inside of this one here. But then here is that designer series paper again. So all you do, we're going to stamp the inside today on this live. And then you just bring this ribbon around the back and tie it back up. What do you think? Do you love it? I saw some hearts earlier, so I think you do. So let's learn right now how to make this little guy. Grab this. Oh, can't see the ribbon. Let me see. Try again. There we go. Okay, so let's set this aside while we make the card. All right, what do you need? Get it back organized. You need a little bit of scrap garden green in my case for my card because that's one of the inks I chose to use. And I'm just going to punch out a couple of sprigs using the bow punch that I've been using quite a bit lately. And that's the other thing I do if you're new here. I like to use items over and over and over again so you can see how well they go with so many different projects. Now, I only used these two small ones, but I punched out the whole thing. These sprigs go everywhere, anywhere, all the time. I'll put those aside, and who knows, maybe we'll use them today too. So that was garden green scrap cardstock. Then we have our 12 by 12 designer series paper, and I cut it down. I needed 3 pieces, 1, 2, 3, at 4 by 4. Then I needed 2 pieces for the inside, same size, 4 by 4, and this is basic beige. Then I need a scrap piece of basic beige for all the die cut here and the die cut there. I also used a scrap of this Christmas designer series paper because it has gold and basic beige in it. And so I wanted, again, to remind you to go back to the things you already have and use them with your new items. This just blends so beautifully, and the gold shimmer just adds to the card. So I have a scrap of this. If you want a reminder of what it's called, it's an online exclusive also, and it's called Shining Christmas, and it's item number 162354, and it has all kinds of specialty paper in it, but I'm using the gold and basic beige right now. The online exclusive texture paper, here, look at these patterns right here that I just have showing right now. Welcome, Karen. And it's called Woven Textures, and here is the item number, and you can get this right now online, 165560. Okay. What is the stamp set? Textured notes. Isn't that pretty? Has some texture here, has some texture here. You are seriously the best. Thank you. A little note of appreciation and sprigs that we can use always. Great versatile set. I'm using it with the tags to go dies. And these are, oh, I said it wrong earlier. I said that the rectangles were the tags to go. They're not. The keys are the tags to go. I just pulled the keys out. I didn't pull the rest of them. So here are the rest of the dies. And then today I'm using the keys that come in the lock in this die set, and this tag, and this itty bitty 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 key. See, all these and all these come together. This set, I see, here's the code, 165576. I see this being used all of the time. Those keys can be added to anything all of the time. And then another new item, textured note dies. That goes with the Textures Notes stamp set if you get the bundle. Again, all online. And look at these. Oh, beat still my heart. Look. And each one of them has a different texture around the exterior of the rectangle. They're just beautiful. Hi, Melody. Did I say hi to you already? I think I did, but hi again. All right. I'm using a little bit of baker's twine, and I had a customer text me yesterday and say, I bought some baker's twine and I can't find the end. And yes, sometimes that is a pain in the you-know-what to find. Sometimes it's right there on top as it should be. But look at this one. I had to cut it with the snips just to find an end, and now I'm good. So yes, that can be a pain. And then my card is Early Espresso, 8.5 by 8.5 is the card base. Okay, let's get all of this out of the way. And let's start with the card base. Now what you want to do is you want to make 3 score lines. So this is 8.5 by 8.5, right? So half of that is 4 1/4. Okay, so I'm taking my Simply Score tool because I love this thing and I find it easier to use, but I'm gonna need my paper trimmer as well. If you do not have a Simply Score tool, it comes with this stylus, and the item number is 122334. So let's go to 4 1/4, which is half of 8.5, and we're going to score down. I simply put the wide ball of my stylus tool in the little niche that says 4 1/4, rub back and forth just to make sure I'm in the well, and score. Then I'm going to turn it the opposite direction and go to 4 1/4 again and do the same thing. Now I have 4 equal squares, right? Now we need to score corner to corner. I find that difficult on the Simply Score tool. I don't want to mess up, so I'm going to go to my paper trimmer. And I'm going to remove the, not remove, but get the cutting blade out of the way and go to the scoring blade. Oh, I see a lot of stuff in my track. I did some stamping, didn't I? Let's clean this track out a little bit. Okay, so now I'm going to put the corner of my cardstock into the cutting track. Bring it up higher so the bottom is also in the corner here in the track. And take your time with this. Sometimes when you put one corner on the track, you need to look back up to make sure the other corner is on the track as well. They could move on you. And then we're just going to score at an angle. And I'm going to go up and down a couple of times because the Simply Score tool does not make a deep score line like the Simply Score tool does. Okay. Get these 2 out of the way. All right, so now we have 4 1/4, 4 1/4, and then corner to corner. So now we just fold and take our bone folder and we burnish. Okay. Fold it the opposite direction and we burnish. Mary Jo, hello there, my friend. Then we're going to help it. See, this score line's not as prominent as the other ones because I did it with the Simply Score tool. I mean the paper cut trimmer, paper trimmer, and bone fold, burnish. All right, so now we're going to take this, the ones that are at an angle, And we're going to make mountains out of those. And we have our card. Going to burnish again. Burnishing is the secret to all nice folds. Okay, so let's see how this is going to work. Is this going to work like this works? Okay, so let's see. This opens like this. And this opens the same way, so we're good. Okay? All right. So the next thing we need is our tear and tape. Tear and tape is in the annual catalog on the same page as all of the other adhesives. And you're just gonna, with my glass mat, I try to get my project straight on the lines. I gotta pull down because I can't see the top. There we go. And then I just eyeball the center of this 4x4 square and I place tear and tape there. Now, I don't know about you, but you're gonna want, I think you're gonna want to place tear and tape all the way around. But no. You would tape this together. So just across the front. I want to make sure I say that so you don't make that mistake. Ask me how I know. Okay, so let's pull off the tear and tape, and we have the tear and tape protective paper, and we have a strip of double-sided tape right there. Okay, now we're going to take our ribbon, and we're going to leave enough over the edge for you to successfully tie your bow. And the tape is going to keep it down. Then we're going to come around the back side, measure the same size as the part you left over, and snip with your ribbon scissors. Now, what are ribbon scissors? They're the snips in the catalog. I have two pair, one for paper, one for ribbon. I can tell the difference because I wrap ribbon around my ribbon scissors. I don't want to use them on paper and make them dull. All right, so now we have our ribbon to tie our bow when we get to that point. Okay. Next, I'm going to go to my textured basket weave designer series paper. And I'm going to leave this one like it is at 4x4. Let's look at the card. And we're going to set that down. Now, if you want, you can spin it to see what direction you want your weave to go in. It doesn't really matter to me, but I just wanted to suggest that, especially if you're using a different pattern. Make sure that you're, if it's directional, that your direction, nothing's upside down or some funny way. So there we go. We'll glue this right over the ribbon, leaving a little bit of a border all the way around, just for some pleasant eye candy. Okay, let's go to the inside now. And this is where we're going to place these two, but I'm going to stamp on them, so I don't want to place them down yet. We're going to take the other two 4x4s, and we're going to take our paper trimmer again. And we're going to place, this time we're going to move the scoring tool out of the way, and we're going to place the corners of the DSP in the cutting track. I like to start in the middle so I don't run over the corner of the paper and curl it. There's one. And then here is the second one. Okay. so let's look at our front here. And we want to put these designer series papers that I just cut out on the mountain diagonal folds. Okay, so I would lay them down without any glue, just to make sure that you cut them correctly or there's no boo-boos anywhere. And they should fit there nicely, just like that. Okay, once you have them down, then feel free to pick them up if you like them and attach them to the card base. So my friends, a couple of my downline, one of my upline, Karen Flores, they are all in North Carolina right now, and they are attending the onstage event in person, and I so wish I was there, but you know, God had other plans for me, so I'm not. But Karen, I'm sad mainly because Karen has been a demonstrator for 30 years. Her anniversary was like a year ago, but there was no in-person events when she turned 30 as a demonstrator, so she gets to walk the stage at this event, and only a couple of people are there to witness that in person, but at least there's a couple there, a couple of my downline. And so I'm really excited for her. See how that works, ladies? Okay. All right. So now let's take the 2 4x4s. Make sure that's what they are. Yep. Okay. One's going to go at the top left corner and one's going to go to the bottom right-hand corner. So I didn't do anything with this inside of this. So let me grab some stamps and we're just going to do that in real time. Here is a little note of appreciation. There we go. And then, oops, well, maybe I'll use that. I grabbed the border, the basket weave border. When that happens, when I don't intend to grab something and it just is there, I say it's a God thing. Okay. He knows what I need. So here's the thank you. And let's get that. I had it on a big block for some reason. Let me put it on a smaller block. And notice how I mount my stamps. Hey Marie, I have the corners here. That helps me keep things straight. So I don't line them up this way or this way. I do it corner to corner 99% of the time. All right, so this one's going to say, thank you. Oh, no. Well, it doesn't matter. It just matters where I place them on the card. So I'm tapping. And I'm going to put thank you. Let me see. I want to sign this. So I'll put it up here. Okay. This is Early Espresso ink. Ooh, pretty font. And then thank you and a little note of appreciation. And I'm going to put that here. Okay, and then since I was urged to use this stamp, I'm going to just place it here. Oh, I love this stamp. Okay, now here I'm going to, that's crooked. Too pretty to be crooked. How did I get that crooked? Let's see. That's better. Okay, so I'm going to take this stamp here. I love that, by the way. First time I've used it. And I'm gonna stamp this at the bottom of the card. So, hi Connie. I'm going to start in the middle because I'm going to go across the whole bottom. And then I start in the middle and then I go to one side And then I go to the other side. Okay, then I need my chamois to clean off the ink of my glass mat. This weekend when I was in Seaside, my friend Janelle, we were at her house, she said, oh my gosh, I love my glass mat. And I said, oh gosh, me too, I love mine. And Kathy said, what do you guys like about it so much? And so we explained all the things, but this is one of the reasons, because I can just wipe off the ink. The chamois is moist, but it's not dripping wet. And so it cleans off my stamps really good without me having to dry them. The glass mat, I do have to once over with a dry cloth if I'm going to continue stamping. So that's one of the things that we explained to her that we like, because we don't have to keep buying the grid paper or scrap paper or anything else. We can just wipe this off. Very pretty, very pretty. But as I look at this, I want to catch my garden green ink, and I want to add. I'm going to take one of the sprigs in the stamp set, garden green ink, creating on the fly is what I'm doing. And I'm just going to see what this looks like. You know, when you have such beautiful stamps, sets, and such beautiful colors that all coordinate, Lord have mercy, you just can't go wrong. You just can't go wrong. So after looking at that, I quickly decided I wanted on both sides. And over here, we are going to do the same. And I'm going to stamp once, stamp twice, and I always like to say this, 3 times a lady. And each time it was a little bit lighter. Isn't that pretty? Did that make a difference? Okay. So now let's take our liquid glue, also in the catalog on the same page as the tear and tape. Mini glue dots, dimensionals, all of that, tape runners, all of it is there. So whatever adhesive is your adhesive of choice. And let's 4 square this. Okay. Let's bring this around, and we're now going to tie our bow. And we can embellish the front of this card any way we like. So I think somebody's asking me if I'm on the onstage trip. No, I was not able to go. No, I was not able to go. Okay, there we go. So now let's get to enhancing the front of this card. Now this card with another sentiment on the front instead of a thank you can be a masculine card. We're always saying masculine cards are so hard to make. Yes, there's a bow on it. You could do this with baker's twine as well and make it not, not ribbon for a man if you want, or use, you can change it up a little bit. So let's get busy with this. I'm going to take my scrap of basic beige. I'm going to take my scrap from the Christmas paper. I already punched out my green little sprigs. And I'm going to pull out from the past paper. I want to use it up. It's just so gorgeous. And, why do we leave it sitting in the shelves? Ooh, this one's pretty. This is a double, but we can cut it with scissors if we need to. There's that one. And here's this one, too. So let's just see. Let's just pile it on there, and we can take away, right? All right. I need my cut and boss machine. So let me grab that. And my paper and my dies. So here is the DSP. And we're going to lay the keys. I want to make sure I grab some gold. That's all I need to concentrate on, is grabbing some gold. So place them wherever you'd like, grabbing as much gold as you want. And I think this one is done in cardstock. Yeah. Okay, so let's run that through. Actually, if I cut down my cardstock, I can get that on there too. So we're going to do this, and we're going to run this through. Hey, Joan, welcome. So I want to talk about open house for April. If you can, the sooner you can RSVP, the better for me. Now, again, if you are a regular, you don't have to do anything unless you cannot attend. Then you let me know you're not coming. Otherwise, your packet will be made and you'll be charged $4 for that. But if you're not a regular and you want to attend, or if you're a regular and you want to bring a friend, you need to RSVP, and the sooner the better. No later than 2 days before the actual event, because again, I have to make your packets, and making them last minute can be stressful. I like to have everything ready in advance. So the reason I'm saying that right now, it's kind of early, but I think it's the 3rd of April. So it's the beginning of the month. So I already have some RSVPs. I think I have like 4 of them that are not regulars. So the sooner the better. And we're going to use new product for the make and take. So you'll be really happy that you came. Look at how cute this is. Super cute. Okay. Now I've got to cut out this one. It might have fit, but I didn't do it. So I'm just going to not bring the cut and boss machine back over here. I'll just do it behind me real quick. Just take a second. Look how it trims. Hi, Carlene. Hi. Look how it trims this die. I love that. Okay. So now we need the other piece of our scrap and our espresso ink. And we're going to tap, tap, tap with this amazing basket weave. Like, I call it a tray. You know, those little flat round trays we put underneath our paper plates. Kind of reminds me of that. You can hang them on your wall. Look how pretty. And the 1 3/4 circle punch or die will cut this out perfectly. Okay. I love this set. Very earthy, very I have some relaxing music in the background, and I could just stay out here if it was allowed all day long. Now I'm going to take this guy right here, and I'm going to fold this up and make it a little pocket. And there's enough room on that little pocket for me to say thank you again. So it's going to say thank you, a little note of appreciation. Does the thank you fit on there completely perfectly? No, but you can tell it's most of it. So there we go. And then I just fold that up to make a little pocket. Okay. So we're going to take our liquid glue again, and we're going to just put a itty bitty, you can see that it's outlined in person. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue here, and a little bit of glue there. Let it set up just for a second. I can actually take a couple of my Lori clips, I call them. Lori gave me these clips. And set them there and let that pocket dry while I get the rest of this together. So we're going to get our card here, and we're going to bring back the rectangle piece. Okay. And we're going to go back to the garden green and that sprig that we used earlier. And we're just going to fancy up with some image like this. Okay. And then I laid it here to see if I was liking what was happening, and I did. Next, I took my basket weave and I placed it partially on the rectangle and partially off. So let's get this glued down. And all the meantime, your little pocket is drying. So when you get to that part, you can use it easily without the pocket coming apart. Okay, so I only need partial here. So I'm going to put my finger where I don't want to go past, and then set that down. I like the little lift here is why I don't glue it all the way down. You can glue it all the way down flat if you want. Then we're going to take our little pocket, and you can angle this like that. So we've got straight up and down, circle on square, and then our little tag is at an angle. So all this different little eye candy, and we're going to glue this down onto the rectangle, and I'm purposely showing the little bottom corner here because of this pretty die here that's actually cut the pattern into the edges. Now we can take, if you don't have these gold pieces that were available a long time ago, you can use your dies. You have sprigs of dies, and you can use your gold paper and do the same thing. Oh, gosh. I love it when that happens. When I like what I see. Let's take some green. These are the big ones. Here's the small ones. Where's my other small one? I know I punched out two. You saw me do it. Here it went. Here it fell off my desk. Okay, and then I grabbed this one. Let's see. Oh, yes. So this one I would use on another card. And these I don't think I need. So I'll put them in my little bowl. And now that I like my placement, I will glue them down so they don't fall out. It's pretty tight in that little pocket, so they probably would not come out, but we don't want to chance it, right? This one is short, so I like the length of this one. That's why I chose it instead of the other. And yes, I'm putting glue on the top, and it's sticking to the back of the folded up area. Just a little bit. That's kind of a lot. So I'll kiss them together and share the glue. And here we go. So pretty. All right, so now these, let's take a little bit of our baker's twine. I'm not doubling it this time, but I'm going to take my largest key, and they all have a hole. And I'm going to put the holes together, and I'm just going to mount them on top of each other to see how I like the layout. And I'm going to use the smallest one on top just because it's so tiny, right? So see, there's a hole there. They're all lined up. So we're going to take our baker's twine and come through these holes. And I'm telling you, I know for a fact that I am going to use these keys over and over and over on any card, anytime, because they just say, key to my heart to me. They just do. Even a new house, you know, somebody got a new house, congratulations, the keys there, the keys to success. Just, I don't know, keys have always been a thing for me. Of course, I like vintage. So I have keys in my house, old skeleton keys, you know, and I just have them bundled together like this, laying on a book, just for a little bit of extra charm. So there we go. And then you can spread them apart so you can see bits and pieces of all of them. Let's trim. I'm not going to trim it too short. And then we can place this. Now I'm going to use a dimensional right behind all of them and set them up a little bit. This, I love it. I absolutely love it. Again, I really do think you can use this as a Valentine with I love you there to your husband, boyfriend, son, grandson, son-in-law, you know, a man's card. And then depending on what you're saying, the inside can express that as well. All right, ladies, that is my card. And as you know, those of you who are here and stayed through the whole thing, I want to give this card away. What you need to do when I say go is start typing in me. Me, 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 me. More than once, all the time, because I'm going to write down a number right now. And if your number is, thank you, Lynn, if your number is the number, then you are going to get this card. So let me write down a number on a Post-it note. That's not the Post-it note I want. I don't want you to see. Let me see. What number should I pick? All right, I picked a number. And then I want to make sure that if you win and if you don't live in my town, that you email me your address so I can get this in the mail to you. Okay, there's my email. All right, 1, 2, 3, go. Type in me, and you can win this card when I see the number I picked. I don't see any numbers yet, so I don't see any me's yet. So start. I don't see any me's yet. Me. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, keep typing, ladies, 17, 18, 18, 19, 20, 21. Lynn, sorry. Lynn, sorry, wins this card. All right, ladies, thank you for being here. I'll see you on Sunday. God bless.